Nothing, and I mean nothing, could have prepared the conservative world for this. Not the live stream crashes. Not the secret files. Not the TPUSA implosions. Not the Charlie Kirk revelations. Because what just leaked? What a gynecologist allegedly exposed. What Usha Vance just found out has taken this scandal to a level that even Candace Owens didn't dare touch at exactly 2:17 p.m. this afternoon. An encrypted medical document began circulating through private WhatsApp groups linked to conservative insiders. The sender was anonymous. The file was titled ERIKAK Prenatal NOTES Confidential. Within minutes, screenshots hit X, and within seconds, everything exploded. Because, according to the leak, a gynecologist connected to a Cincinnati women's clinic verified a detail no one ever saw coming: detail about Erica Kirk's pregnancy. A detail that, if true, turns the entire Kirk family timeline upside down. And the first person who saw it: Usha Vance, J.D. Vance's wife. A woman who avoids drama, avoids gossip, avoids publicity, but who reportedly lost it the second she read the document, sources say. Usha was in her car outside a donor meeting when she got the message. She opened it calmly. She scanned the first 3 lines, and then she allegedly screamed, "This is impossible." A staffer overheard her crying, shouting into the phone. How long did she know? And Charlie never would have followed by JD needs to come home now. Because according to the leaked medical notes, Erica's pregnancy timeline doesn't line up. Not with what she told the public. Not with what she told Charlie. Not with what she told TPUSA. Not with what she told J.D. Vance's wife. And definitely not with what she told J.D. himself. The gynecologist leak doesn't just expose a date. It exposes a secret Erica allegedly hid from everyone, including Charlie, before he died. Candace Owens reposted the leak with one sentence: "Oh my God. It makes sense now." The McCoy sisters started DMing each other in panic. The nanny Carla texted a crying emoji to Mickey McCoy saying, "I told you something was wrong since day one." And Charlie's mother Sharon posted a single, chilling message: "I don't want to believe this, because this leak, this one gynecologist note, changes everything. The pregnancy, the timeline, the father, the motive, the meltdown, the cover-up, the lies, the truth Charlie suspected but never confirmed, and Usha Vance. She's not furious for no reason. She's furious because this new truth threatens to drag her family into a scandal she never asked for. This leak isn't just damaging. It's catastrophic, and it's only the beginning. Long before Usha Vance found herself gripping her steering wheel, crying in disbelief outside a Cincinnati donor luncheon. Long before the gynecologist leak tore through conservative group chats like wildfire. Long before Candace Owens whispered, "It finally makes sense." There were quiet tremors, warning signs buried beneath the polished, curated image Erica Kirk projected. And the first person who sensed something was wrong wasn't Charlie, wasn't Candace, wasn't the McCoy sisters, wasn't even a close family friend. It was Usha Vance, months ago. When the Erica pregnancy rumors first began circulating, Usha privately asked JD, "Did Charlie ever tell you anything strange about Erica's health?" JD brushed it off. He said Charlie seemed stressed, overwhelmed, and exhausted, but nothing pointed toward pregnancy. But Usha, who spent years practicing law and reading between the lines of humane behavior, didn't buy it. Something about Eric's demeanor felt wrong. The sudden oversized clothing, the sudden migraines, the sudden travel fatigue. Excuses, the emotional outbursts, the evasive answers, the late-night messages she sent JD about public image. And the biggest red flag, Erica refusing to attend events without makeup and lighting control. She noticed everything. She always does. But she kept her concerns quiet. Partly out of respect for Charlie. Partly because she didn't want to assume. But Charlie's death changed everything. Something shifted in Erica immediately afterward. Something cold. Something mechanical. Something rehearsed, Nasha told a close confidant. It was like she'd been preparing for this moment as if she had a script ready. And when Erica suddenly began dropping hints about being overwhelmed as a mother-to-be, Usha's internal alarm bells went off loudly. Something wasn't right. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, Charlie's family was struggling. Sharon and Ray Kirk were grieving. Mark was trying to manage the estate. Jonah Reeves was drinking more than usual. Alondra McCoy kept asking what was he trying to tell us. And Mickey McCoy started to question the timeline of everything. Erica said, but Nitro Mon expected a medical leak, especially not a gynecologist's record, and the person who triggered the leak wasn't even part of TPUSA. It wasn't someone in media. It wasn't a political insider. It was an anonymous staff member from a Cincinnati women's clinic, a clinic Erica allegedly visited once. Months before Charlie died, this staffer had allegedly been sitting on the information for weeks, watching the internet implodes over Erica's scandals, watching Candace expose corruption, watching Charlie's family beg for answers, watching Usha quietly suffer behind the scenes because the timeline never made sense. Then the staffer cracked. They sent the file to exactly 6 people. A former Miss USA contestant, a conservative YouTuber, a Cincinnati donor, one TPUSA staffer, someone in Charlie's extended family, and one political spouse, that political spouse, Usha Vance. And Usha, who is normally calm under pressure, absolutely lost it. According to an insider who witnessed the moment, Usha gasped, grabbed her chest, and whispered, "No, no, no, no. Not at that date. That's not possible." Because the leak, a gynecologist note didn't just reveal a due date. It revealed the exact conception window. The doctor's observation about timing inconsistencies, a note saying, "Patient, unsure of exact conception, date, partner, unaware." And the most shocking line of the entire document. Patient expressed fear that husband may not accept the truth regarding paternity. That sentence, that single devastating sentence, is what made Usha break down, because it proved what she suspected for months. Erica hid the pregnancy, and she hid who the father might be, which means Erica knew the truth, or at least suspected it before Charlie died. And that possibility shattered Usha. But why would Usha care so deeply? Why would this leak affect her more than any other scandal? Because Usha has always felt protective of Charlie in a way the public never understood. Charlie wasn't just JD's colleague. He wasn't just an ally. He wasn't just a political partner. Charlie was practically family. Usha and JD watched Charlie grow from a rising commentator into the face of an entire movement. They watched him work late nights. They watched him fight for causes. They watched him sometimes break down, overwhelmed by pressure. They watched him confide in JD when he struggled in his marriage. Though he always protected Erica's name publicly, Usha told a friend once, Charlie loved too hard. That was his flaw. So when she read that, Erica told her gynecologist that the husband may not accept paternity truth. Usha felt betrayed on Charlie's behalf. She felt angry. She felt manipulated. She felt used, but she wasn't the only one, because once Candace saw the leak, she connected dots that no one else had seen. Candace messaged a source, "If that's the conception window." Erica wasn't with Charlie. She was with someone else, the source replied. Exactly. Candace posted a cryptic tweet. It's always the dates that expose the lies. And the internet began tearing apart the timeline. Where was Charlie that week? Where was Erica? Where was the mystery man she texted? Was this during her secret trips with ATP USA exec? Was this during Theramord Vegas reunion? Was this when she visited the Arizona office alone? Comment sections exploded. So who is the father? Who was Erica with? Did Charlie know? Is this why he broke down? Is this why he left a second note? Meanwhile, J.D. Vance was reportedly furious not at Usha, but at being blindsided by information about his colleague's family that he never saw coming, inside a private Senate hallway. A reporter overheard J.D. saying, "I'm done protecting people who lied to him. Done." That sentence alone told insiders everything. J.D. was siding with the truth. Not with Erica, but the real shock came when Mickey, McCoy and Jonah Reeves cross-checked the conception window with Charlie's last travel itinerary, and what they found made them stop breathing. Charlie wasn't even in the same state. During the conception window he was in D.C., Erica was in Arizona, and she wasn't alone. She was with someone who has been part of the scandal from the beginning, someone who has been suspected in other leaks, someone who has a history with Erica pre-marriage, someone who Charlie once confronted, and that name, that shocking father of the baby possibility. That is the first major twist, and I'll reveal it next. The moment Jonah Reeves cross-checked the leaked conception window with Charlie's travel history, everything stopped. Jonah didn't speak. He didn't blink. He just stared at the calendar, jaw clenched, hand trembling as if his entire world suddenly made sense in the most horrifying way. Mickey McCoy leaned over his shoulder, whispering, "Jonah, please tell me this is wrong," but at WASN. Single quotes, T. It was dead accurate. Charlie was nowhere near Arizona during the conception window. He was in D.C. for meetings with J.D. Vance, Senator Ted Cruz, and several donors. His itinerary was airtight. There were photos, emails, timestamps, hotel receipts. Charlie was 1,700 miles away. Charlie was 1,700 miles away. But Erica wasn't home crying about migraines. She wasn't resting. She wasn't sick. She was in Phoenix, and she wasn't alone. Jonah looked at Mickey and said the words everyone feared. She wasn't with Charlie. She was with him. Mickey whispered, "No, that can't be right. Not that week." But deep down, he knew it was true because that specific week, the same week the gynecologist's conception window pointed to, was the same week Erica suddenly stopped responding. The same week she skipped a scheduled meeting with Charlie. The same week she told Cheryl Donahue she needed time to clear her head. And the same week she mysteriously visited the TPUSA building alone. After hours, the entire timeline aligned perfectly. Erica's migraine week wasn't a medical emergency. It was a secret rendezvous. The question was, with who? The answer emerged faster than anyone expected: Candace Owens. Still furious and emotionally shaken from reading the gynecologist leak, called one of her old TPUSA insiders. She didn't waste time. Who was Erica with in Phoenix during that week? She demanded. The insider hesitated. Candace snapped, "Don't defend anyone. Give me the name." The insider finally whispered. It was Jordan Mixulli. Candace nearly dropped her phone. Jordan. Again, the man connected to the Kirk cover-up. The man who engineered narratives. The man who manipulated events behind the scenes. The man who already had suspicious ties to Erica's private communication. Patterns. Candace exhaled sharply. Jordan was with her during the conception window. The insider whispered, "Every single day." And then the insider added the sentence that shattered everything. He stayed at her apartment one of those nights. Candace froze. Her mind raced. Her heartbeat became erratic. Because if Erica spent the conception window with Jordan, and if the gynecologist wrote, "Husband may not accept the truth regarding paternity," and if Charlie was across the country, Then the brutal, devastating possibility was undeniable. Jordan might be the father. Candace whispered, "Oh my God." Charlie must have known, but it wasn't just Candace who suspected it. Mickey, Jonah, and the McCoy sisters found something terrifying inside an old text thread Charlie had with Jonah, a message sent late at night. "Overwhelmed, broken. If this baby isn't mine, I don't know what I'll do." Jonah remembered that night vividly. Charlie had shown up at his house drunk, crying, pacing back and forth, whispering, "She lied to me, Jonah. She lied again. She said she was sick. But her phone data says she was at the TPUSA office for 3 nights in a row. And Jordan was there. Every night." Jonah had assumed Charlie was being paranoid. He thought it was emotional stress, but now, with the gynecologist leak matching those exact dates, Jonah realized Charlie wasn't paranoid. He was terrified. Terrified of the truth. Meanwhile, Usha Vance was peeling. J.D. Vance rushed home after Usha's breakdown outside the donor event. He found her pacing the kitchen, gripping her phone so hard her knuckles were white. She shoved the leak into his hands. "I knew she said. I knew she wasn't telling the truth. Erica hid this. She hid everything. Charlie didn't know the truth before he died. He died thinking he was the father." J.D. didn't speak for a full minute. He read the medical line 3 times. Patient expressed fear that husband may not accept paternity truth. He whispered. She wasn't talking about Charlie. She was talking about someone else not accepting the truth. Usha nodded. And that someone else was Jordan. Usha clenched her jaw. She played Charlie. She played the movement. She played everyone. Then she said the line that later leaked through a staffer. "J.D. This could destroy everything. Everything." But the most shocking twist wasn't even the possibility of Jordan being the father. It was what Candace discovered next, because she didn't stop at the insider's information. She dug deeper. She requested old Bajentry logs from the TPUSA building. Logs she wasn't supposed to have access to. Logs that track a nighttime building access. In the conception window week, Jordan Mixulli scanned into the building exactly 6 times between 11 p.m. and 3:40 a.m. And each time, Erica scanned in 7 to 12 minutes before him. Every single night, Candace whispered to her team. She wasn't hiding from Charlie. She was hiding with Jordan. And then she found the proof that locked the theory in place. On the 4th night of that same week, security footage from the staff parking garage recorded Erica exiting her car, Jordan getting out of his, the two walking together into the building, and Jordan placing a hand on the small of her back. Candace watched the footage 5 times. On the 5th viewing, she burst into tears. She loved him, she said bitterly. There is no other explanation for this behavior. Her assistant whispered. Charlie never stood a chance. But there was one more twist. The twist that made the staffer leak the file in the first place. Because the gynecologist didn't just note a conception window. The gynecologist added one more handwritten line at the bottom of the medical note. Patient declined to list husband as emergency contact. Candace froze. She whispered, "Who did she list instead?" The staffer who leaked the file responded. She listed Jordan Mixulli. Candace closed her eyes. Then Knew. He knew the entire time. Jonah and Mickey confirmed this privately. Jordan was Erica's support person for at least 2 early prenatal visits. He drove her. He waited outside. He knew the due date. He knew the conception window. He knew the truth, which meant Jordan might have known he, not Charlie, was the father. And this, finally, explains everything. Why Jordan protected her. Why Jordan told staff not to tell Charlie. Why Jordan hid messages. Why Jordan buried files. Why Jordan fought Candace. Why Jordan panicked when the pregnancy story grew. Why Jordan disappeared the moment the gynecologist leak became public. He wasn't protecting Erica. He was protecting himself. Candace posted a single, chilling tweet at 11:58 p.m. The father isn't who you think. Usha Vance reposted it with, "We're done being quiet." And now the internet is demanding one thing. Is the baby Charlie's or Jordan Mixulli's? Because the next twist is the paternity revelation. And that is where everything truly explodes. The Jordan twist alone was enough to set the entire conservative world on fire. But what came next was so explosive, so destabilizing, so deeply personal, that even Candace Owens hesitated before posting anything publicly. Because as chaotic as the Jordan revelation was, he wasn't the final suspect. Not even close. And the person who uncovered the true second twist wasn't Candace. It wasn't Jonah. It wasn't Mickey. It wasn't Alondra. It wasn't even the medical staffer. It was Usha Vance, the same Usha who cried in her car, the same Usha who begged JD to come home, the same Usha who said, "This destroys everything," the same Usha who told JD she played Charlie. She played all of us. Usha didn't just want answers, she went digging for them herself. And what she uncovered sent this scandal into a full-blown nuclear meltdown. The day after the leak, Usha insisted on meeting someone privately. Someone she believed could confirm her worst suspicions, Erica's former OB nurse, a woman named Toria Lane, who had worked at the same Cincinnati clinic for 8 years before suddenly resigning last month. Usha drove there alone. No security detail. No JD, no assistance. When she arrived, Toria looked terrified. She wasn't expecting a senator's wife. She wasn't expecting someone connected to the Kirk family. She wasn't expecting someone with this much personal investment. Toria whispered, "Mrs. Vance, if you're here, then you already know something's wrong." Ashlu nodded slowly. "I need to know the truth about the conception window. And I need to know if Jordan is the father." Toria swallowed hard, and then she quietly said, "Jordan isn't the only man she mentioned." Usha froze. "What do you mean, not the only man?" Toria lowered her voice. "Erica said she was unsure. She told us there were 2 possibilities. Usha's entire body went cold. Jordan. And who else?" Toria hesitated. Her eyes filled with panic. I can't say. I shouldn't say." Usha leaned closer, voice trembling. "Please. If Charlie isn't the father, and if Jordan isn't the father, then who is she talking about?" Toria closed her eyes. She seemed to wrestle with her conscience. Finally, she whispered. She wasn't talking about a TPUSA staff member. She wasn't talking about Jordan. She wasn't talking about Charlie. Usha swallowed. Then who Toria whispered. She said the other possibility was a man she called the donor. Usha blinked. "The donor? Like a sperm donor?" Toria shook her head violently. "No," she meant, "a political donor." The air left Usha's lungs. A political donor, a wealthy donor, a donor with influence, power, and deep ties to the movement. A donor who had access to Erica, a donor who was close to Charlie, a donor who funded TPUSA events, a donor who attended private gatherings, a donor who had been seen with Erica at least twice without Charlie present. Usha whispered. Horrified, "Are you telling me Erica was sleeping with a political donor?" Toria didn't answer. But her silence was enough. USH felt like she was going to collapse. Because that revelation that the pregnancy might involve a political donor wasn't just scandal. It was political sabotage. It was political sabotage. It was betrayal on a national scale. It was a threat to careers, to reputations, to marriages, to alliances, to movement stability. It wasn't just personal, it was strategic. Meanwhile, Jordan Mixulli was spiraling. He wasn't answering calls. He wasn't showing up to work. He wasn't replying to texts. He locked his social media. He told one friend, "If the truth comes out, I'm done. I'm finished." That made the internet suspicious. People posted, "WHY is Jordan panicking? Guilty behavior much. Jordan knows he's the father." Or, "Is he covering for someone else?" Candace saw these comments and paused, because the one thing that had been bothering her was the OB note. Patient expressed fear that husband may not accept paternity. Truth. But the staffer said Erica didn't mean Charlie, and Toria confirmed Jordan wasn't the only possibility. So Candace called the staffer again, who is the donor. She demanded silence. Then the staffer replied, "I can't give his name. But check Erica's donor event appearances. Check who sponsored her foundation. Check who paid for her Arizona conference trip. Check who paid for her hotel suite." Candace froze. She whispered, "Oh my God. It's one of the mega donors." The staffer didn't deny it, she said. "There are text messages between Erica and him." Jonah and Mickey got the same information, and they traced Erica's hotel stay during the conception week to a suite booked under K Foundation hospitality account. The name partially blocked by hotel security, a billionaire's foundation, a donor's foundation, a donor who had been photographed hugging Erica at a gala, a donor who had written a personal check to Charlie, a donor who once called Erica the future of conservative womanhood, a donor who gave TPUSA over $2 million. Jonah whispered to Mickey, "It's not Jordan. It's someone 10 times worse." Back at home, Usha Vance was shaking so badly she could barely hold her phone. JD paced the living room, furious, saying, "She didn't just cheat. She didn't just lie. She didn't just betray Charlie. She slept with a donor who funded the movement." Usha whispered, "This is why the movement protected her. This is why so many voices stayed quiet. This is why Charlie was silenced." And then she said something that sent chills through everyone who later heard the recording. "They're not covering up the pregnancy. They're covering up the father." JD looked at her. "And you think the father is Usha?" Nodded. "Yes, one of the top TPUSA donors." JD sat down. "Shaken. That destroys everything. The movement can't survive that truth." Usha whispered, "That's why they're trying to bury the medical leak. That's why someone is blocking Candace's streams. That's why Jordan is hiding. That's why Erica vanished." Then Usha said the line that would echo through the entire conservative world. "This baby is either Jordan's or a billionaire donor's. Either way, it's not Charlie's." Candace Owens posted a single bombshell message. "You think Jordan was the twist? Guess again." The internet, COMBUSTED. People demanded the donor's name. People begged for the text messages. People threatened lawsuits. People threatened to leak everything. Candace went silent for 3 hours. Then she posted, "The father is not who the movement wants it to be. Prepare yourselves. Tomorrow we expose the donor." Because the true second twist isn't the pregnancy. It's who might actually be the father, and that reveal will break the conservative world in half. The second Theramore slipped that a mega donor might be the father of Erica Kirk's baby. The entire conservative world snapped in half like a brittle bone. This wasn't drama anymore. This wasn't an online meltdown. This wasn't about Erica's past, Jordan's lies, or Charlie's heartbreak. This was about power, money, access, influence, corruption, everything. TPUSA and its orbit tried desperately to keep hidden and the first place to implode was the donor circuit itself within hours. Panicked calls began flying between PAC leaders, fundraisers, and wealthy families. Who is the donor? Is Theramore true? Did he really sleep with her? Is the baby his? Did Charlie know? Why isn't TPUSA shutting this down? Why is Candace threatening to reveal a name? A billionaire from Scottsdale reportedly slammed his whiskey glass and shouted, "If they release that name, the entire movement collapses." Meanwhile, another donor's wife wrote in a private group chat, "Tell your husbands to stay away from young influencers. I've warned you all." The panic was spreading faster than the truth. Media outlets jumped in instantly. Left-wing hosts were practically foaming at the mouth. Posting. This is the end of TPUSA. Scandal bigger than Falwell. Bigger than Liberty University. Bigger than Macets. This is nuclear-level hypocrisy. Even neutral journalists got involved. If Candace follows through, this could be one of the biggest political scandals of the decade. But the most intense reactions came directly from Charlie's world, his mother. Sharon went live without warning, her voice shaking, tears streaming down her face. She said, "My son died protecting someone who was lying to him. He deserved better than this. If there is a donor involved, if there is any man involved, release all of their names." The internet exploded. Andra McCoy posted, "I've known for years something was off. This confirms it." Expose the donor. Mickey McCoy wrote, "The truth is all Charlie ever wanted. Let it come out." Jonah Reeves, normally quiet and distant, shared a broken message. "I can't sleep. This is worse than any of us imagined." The emotional toll was swallowing the entire Kirk orbit. But the shockwave didn't end there. JD and Usha Vance became the unexpected center of attention. Someone leaked a recording. A short clip of Usha in her kitchen, crying and saying she slept with him. She slept with a donor. And now, everything is falling apart. The clip went viral instantly. People posted, "Usha knew. Oh my God, JD Vance is involved." No wonder they're panicking. This is not just a family scandal anymore. This is political destruction. JD Vance, furious, released a rare statement. "My family had no involvement in this scandal. But we support full transparency." People didn't believe him. Memes exploded. News cycles spun out of control. Hashtag #DonorDaddy started trending with millions of views. Then came the celebrity reactions. A.'s former Miss USA contestant tweeted, "I knew she was messing with donors. The after-parties were filled with men like that." Another added, "All I'll say is this. Some donors expected private access. Draw your own conclusions." An ex-TPUSA ambassador wrote, "Everyone protected Erica because of who she knew, not because of who she was." That comment alone added gasoline to the fire. Meanwhile, Erica vanished. She didn't post. She didn't emerge. She didn't respond. Her location was unknown. A landline belonging to the Kirk family was disconnected. Her Arizona apartment went dark. Her car disappeared from her building's garage. Her phone went straight to voicemail. People began speculating. Is she hiding? Is she being protected? Is she running from the donor? Did they silence her? Did she flee the state? FBI involvement. Witness protection. Then someone posted a blurry screenshot, allegedly showing Erica boarding a private jet. Caption: Erica is leaving Arizona. The internet went berserk. Candace reposted the image with, "Running won't save her." The comment section exploded. "Drop the name. Tell us the donor. We're done waiting. Expose everything. Charlie deserves justice. Usha wants the truth. Candace, stop holding back." But Candace wasn't quiet because she was scared. She was quiet because she was verifying something bigger. Then Jordan. Bigger than the donor. Something so explosive that even people inside Congress were whispering. At 7:42 p.m. Candace posted one message. The donor isn't the final twist. The world froze if the donor wasn't the final twist. Then who was? Why did the gynecologist write partner unaware? Why did Erica list someone other than Charlie as her emergency contact? Why did Jordan panic and disappear? Why did the donor allegedly pay for Erica's hotel suite? Why did TPUSA scramble to contain the leak? People began theorizing, did Erica sleep with 3 men? Is the father someone even more powerful? A politician? A senator? A billionaire? A pastor? A news host? Charlie's friend? Candace's friend? Then an anonymous whistleblower tweeted, "You all think you know the final twist. You don't. The truth will destroy her and him." The internet melted. Who is him? Who is the true father? Who is the final twist Candace is ready to expose? And why did Usha Vance say, "This destroys everything"? Because the truth is uglier than anyone ever imagined. And the father isn't who the internet is obsessing over. It's someone even closer. Someone nobody suspected. Candace Owens waited until midnight, not 11:59, not 12:01, exactly midnight, not 12:01, exactly midnight. Because she knew every major political scandal, every historical takedown, every truth bomb that shaped an entire movement has always dropped at the moment the day turns over. And tonight, the day wasn't turning over quietly. Tonight, the world was holding its breath. Millions of people were refreshing her page. Twitter spaces were filled. TikTok lives were screaming. Journalists were pacing their studios. Even congressional staffers were awake, waiting. Terrified because Theramore was out, Candace was about to reveal the real father. Not Jordan. Not some donor. Not some random man from a gala. Not someone outside the movement, but someone inside. Someone with real influence. Real power. Real proximity to Charlie. Someone everyone trusted. Someone whose downfall would collapse half the conservative ecosystem. And at 12 hours, 0 minutes, and 1 second a.m., Candace finally went live. No intro music, no graphics, no makeup. Just Candace, exhausted, angry, and done being quiet. She stared into the camera for a full 10 seconds before speaking. Then she said, "The father of Erica Kirk's baby is not who you think. It's not Jordan. It's not the donor. It's someone Charlie trusted with his life." The chat instantly flooded. Who is it? Say the name. Drop it. We're ready. You can't hold it any longer. Candace inhaled deeply. This man sat with Charlie. He prayed with him. He advised him. He counseled him. He guided him. He shaped decisions inside TPUSA. He spoke at events. He raised money. He was in Charlie's home. The audience froze. Candace wasn't describing a donor. She wasn't describing a staffer. She wasn't describing a celebrity. She was describing leadership. Real, conservative leadership. She continued. And while Charlie was traveling, while he was fighting for this movement, while he was sacrificing his time, his health, his marriage, this man was slipping into Erica's life privately, secretly, consistently. Candace's voice broke. Charlie never suspected him. Not once. The chat went silent. No jokes. No memes. No trolling. Just fear, pure, shaking fear. Candace leaned forward. The father of Erica's baby is someone whose name you all know. Someone with a massive audience. Someone with political connections. Someone with influence over young conservatives. Someone who has spoken publicly about morality and family values. People started typing names. Panicking. Nitrogen monoxide way. Stop. Say it. Please, please drop it. I'm shaking nitrogen monoxide. Please, not him. It. Can't be I'm Candace didn't blink. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't a one-time mistake. They had a relationship. A hidden one. A long one. Her assistant, off camera, whispered, "You have to say it now." Candace nodded. The father of Erica Kirk's baby is the screen glitched. A sharp audio pop. A burst of static. The feed froze at Candace's mouth, just starting to form a letter. Then dash black dot, the live stream crashed. The chat exploded. Knew who it crashed restart, it Candace. Come back, who was she going to say? Please someone screen recorded. What letter was it? What sound did she make? Replay it unow. Then a message appeared on the blank screen. Stream interruption, unauthorized access detected. Authorized. That meant someone didn't want the name out. Someone powerful. Someone with resources. 5 minutes past 10. 15. Then Candace posted one message on Twitter. They shut me down. Which means the name is exactly who you think it is. The world stopped breathing because the list of names we all know was short. Very short. And one name, one enormously powerful conservative figure, began trending globally within minutes. But Candace didn't confirm it. Not yet. Instead, she posted one more message. If they shut me down again, I will release the screenshots. Screenshots. Plural, meaning she had messages, proof, timestamps, conversations, receipts, possibly even photos, or worse. Videos. The internet spiraled into pure chaos. People begged. People screamed. People investigated. People leaked. People speculated. People demanded arrests. People demanded the truth. People demanded the name. Some said it was a pastor. Some said it was a political pundit. Some said it was a Republican strategist. Some said it was a Fox News face. Some said it was a TPUSA co-founder. Some said it was a conservative YouTube titan. Some said it was a man who mentored Charlie for years. But the truth. Candace wasn't done. She ended the night with one final, bone-chilling message. Tomorrow, I reveal the name. I don't care who tries to stop me. And THAT right there became the cliffhanger heard across the entire country. Because the father isn't just a scandal, he's a household name. And when his name drops, everything burns. And now, after everything that exploded tonight, after Candace Owens tried to reveal the father and got shut down mid-sentence, after her live stream glitched, froze, and was force cut by someone with real power, after she posted that chilling warning, if they shut me down again, I will release the screenshots. We are standing at the edge of the most dangerous moment in this entire saga. Because the name she was about to say isn't just a scandal, isn't just a betrayal, isn't just a personal humiliation. It's a threat. A threat to careers. A threat to alliances. A threat to entire political networks built over years. A threat to everyone who ever protected Erica. And a threat to everyone who tried to silence Charlie before he died. But here's the truth. This story doesn't survive without you. You are the reason this scandal refuses to die. You are the reason the truth is cracking through the lies. You are the reason powerful people are panicking right now. So here's what I need from you. Right now, go to the comments and tell me, who do you think the father is? Which name do you think Candace was seconds away from saying? Did you see the letter her mouth formed? Do you think it was a pastor, a political figure, a YouTube titan, or someone Charlie trusted deeply? And most importantly, should Candace release the screenshots? Your comments aren't just comments, they're pressure. They're proof. They're the force that exposes the truth. Hit like. So this video pushes into every recommendation feed and becomes impossible for them to bury. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the moment Candace posts again, because the second she goes live, the second she drops the name, the second the screenshots hit the internet, I will be right here breaking everything down for you. Turn on notifications, because the next episode won't just reveal the father. It will expose the conspiracy behind the cover-up. This isn't the end. This is the moment before the explosion. Stay alert. Stay locked in. Because when that name drops, the entire movement will never look the same again.